Thanks for joining me on another episode of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. I am Yolanda Rose, digital marketer, and every week on the Digital Marketing Masters podcast, I bring you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to grow your business online almost immediately. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the podcast. And if you're a long-time listener, don't forget to drop me a line on social media, Yolanda Rose again on Facebook, and also leave me a review on Apple iTunes on your honest feedback on the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. So today we are talking about how you can understand your Facebook audience, because once you understand your audience, you know how far you can go with them, how you can sell to them, how you can pitch to them, and how you can literally grow your business online. And we're going to specifically learn about differentiating between people who like your page, the followers of your page, and how people are reached on the Facebook platform. So when you attract an audience on social media, your marketing messages can reach more people interested in your business. And by sharing your love for whatever it is on Facebook and Instagram, you hope to get more people interested in your brand, in your business, and ultimately connect with those new people. So your online audience is a group of people that you can reach with your messaging, and different social media platforms use different categories to describe certain audiences. So on Facebook, your audience falls into 3 categories: people who like your page, followers, and people reached. And Instagram, it falls into the following categories: followers and people reached. So people who like your page, these people actively like your company, your brand, your product. They are most engaged audience you have. They're usually eager to hear from you and advocate your product or your service. Then you have followers, and these people want to keep up to date with your company, brand, or product. So they're the second audience that you have on Facebook. And then you have people reached. Now these people are the people that you've reached with your message. When your fans share your stuff, like your stuff, when they comment, these people are the people reached by your messaging. So they're not as close to you. They hear about you. They hear others talk about you. Maybe they'll see you. It's kind of the equivalent of somebody driving past your store, but not really pulling up and coming in and having a look around. So this is the drive-buyers, as I like to call them. So that's the people reached. It takes a lot more effort to actually reach these customers, and figuratively to reach out to them and invite them into your store. So people who like your page. So when somebody likes your page, they're actually showing support for your business. People who like your page also automatically follow it, which means that they may receive updates about your page when you do an update on your page. So your page appears in the like section of their Facebook profile. So followers of your page may receive updates about the page when it's in the news feed. So people can follow your page even if they haven't liked it, and they can also unfollow your page as well. Then the people that are reached. Now, when people follow or like your page and share one of your posts, that post will reach a larger audience. People reached includes everyone: people who like your page, people who are followers, and other people who saw that message. People reached can also be a broader audience reached by promoting a post or using Facebook ads. So on the Instagram platform, once people follow your account, your posts and stories automatically appear on their feed. And with people reached is that other people who don't follow you but can also see your posts and your stories, which increases your total audience. And now there's a few ways that this can happen. Firstly, followers can share your posts, your stories, or your business profile with their community. People can also find your posts and your stories from the hashtags that you use. People can discover your post or the story in the Explore feed, and you can use advertising tools to expand your reach on the Instagram platform. So the key takeaways here is, by differentiating with these audiences, that online audience is a group of people who you can reach with your messaging. When you first attract more followers on Facebook and Instagram, you can also reach more people who may care about your business. So how do you attract an audience on Facebook and Instagram? Well, attracting these audiences can help you connect with a lot more people that are interested in your business. A Facebook page allows you to connect with a vast community of people around the world. and you have access to free business tools and insights, your audience on Facebook is then measured by follows and likes. Also need to be growing your audience as well. And here are some of the key things that you can do to start growing your audience on Facebook. Firstly, you got to start growing your audience on Facebook with people that you already know. So invite your friends, your families, your current customers to like your page. Ask your friends and followers to share information about their friends. Let that be a call to action. I mean, if you share something funny or something relevant to the community, ask people to share it, especially if you're giving just generic information, not anything about your business. That tells people, you know what, you're sharing information. You want people to know, and you're not just all about the sale. Add a link to your Facebook business page on your website, on your email signature, so that people you're corresponding with can easily find it. And also collaborate with other businesses for cross promotions and try to connect with each other's audience. For example, if you are a pizzeria, connect with a waffle place, a waffle house. I mean, where I am, waffles are for dessert. I know in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, waffles are sort of a main meal because it's savory. But where I'm at, it's a dessert. It's sweet. So if a pizza place links up with a waffle place, those are two complementing products right there. So you share the same sort of audience. Also be sharing more about your business. Use posts, use stories, use the various platforms to share about your industry, about your business, about your brand. This is how people learn more about your business and decide whether or not to like or follow your page. You show customers how to do what you do, even the boring stuff, because there is an audience out there. If you have a business, a successful business, no matter how weird and wonderful it might be, there is an audience for you if you are still in business. You also need to be creating content that is relevant to your audience. Ask questions. When you ask questions, you can prompt your audience into conversation. This can also ask for feedback on your products, on your service to keep customers engaged and satisfied. Also use it as a feedback mechanism to be listening to your customers' needs and wants. This shows your audience that you're in tune with your industry. Okay, on the Instagram platform, people come to be inspired and to discover things that they care about. And this includes brands or businesses as well. To start growing your audience on Instagram with people you already know as well. Start inviting friends and family. If you have a physical store, put your scannable profile in a visible place at the cash register so people can scan your account and link up with you that way. Also add your Instagram account to your website and your email signature as well. You got to be constantly creating content. Instagram is a different platform from Facebook, so you got to share relevant content in the right kind of dimensions on the Instagram platform. You need to grow your audience on both Instagram and Facebook, and start, if you haven't already, start with your existing community. Attract the new followers regularly, posting content that is relevant to your audience. So once you start building your audience, it slowly starts growing from the hundreds into the thousands. You need to really start engaging, because when you do that, you're establishing relationships with customers and potential customers on Instagram and Facebook. Engagement is about the interaction between a person or a business. So on Facebook and Instagram, it's free to create engagement, but then we have the beast of the algorithm that comes and chokes us as marketers and business owners. So you can share things like posts and stories. People can share your stuff if it's really engaging. They can share your posts and your stories with their friends and their family. Sometimes it's nice to throw in oddball content in there. That's really funny. And I feel that gets the audience stimulated a little bit. Comments also really great. Both on Facebook and Instagram, people can leave comments on your posts to express their thoughts and opinions about what they've shared. Tags and mentions are great to keep the conversation going. A reply to people's comments on your posts. You can also tag or mention someone in your comment as well. So depending on the settings, people will get a notification that you tag them in the post. So it's a really great way to connect with your diehard fans and put them on profile on your Facebook page and Instagram and tag them. Let their friends know that these are your diehard clients, and they get a high profile mention on your business page. And with messages, you can engage an audience and create a personal connection, one-on-one connection, and private message them on Instagram direct or Facebook Messenger. So by engaging in these various ways, you build a loyal following. You increase potential for sales. But how can you be engaging on Facebook? You got to be looking for audience. You got to be looking for opportunities to engage. On Facebook, you can share the posts about your business, creating videos, events, polls, and a lot more on both these platforms. Stories on both these platforms. DMs on both these platforms, all of which you can use to stimulate engagement. So the next stage from attracting and then engaging is to build communities through posts, stories, and messages. Now, the key tip here is that on Instagram and Facebook, engagement comes in the form of what we discussed previously: posts, stories, comments, reactions, and messages. So stay connected with your audience. You can regularly share posts and add to your story. So here's a few tips for community building on both these platforms. Share content that is relevant to your business, to your brand, to your industry. Ask questions that prompts conversation and that feedback. When people reply, provide that feedback about your product, about your service, about your industry. Poll customers as well. Create a poll or contest for your audience. That way you can learn about their preferences, such as what is their favorite color of the product, or which is their favorite service that you can further expand on and monetize. And it's important when you do engage on Facebook is to show your business's personality. A conversation with your community is just another expression of your business's unique personality. So make sure that your responses fit the brand. For instance, if your brand is a fun and lighthearted, your response should be to people that reflect that. Avoid the jargon. Use a simple language that your customers can easily understand. Don't use the industry jargon that only your kind will know. It may confuse the customers. Also, be timely with your responses. So instead of writing a response to a comment, you can like it just to save time if you're really busy. And also mention customers. A reply to where the customer's name is tagged or the partner's name is tagged. So if you're highlighting specific people in your caption or your comments, don't forget to mention them by adding their @ username in your text. So this is a way they will be notified and see your tag, and also it reflects on their page, so you get to interact with their audience as well. And moving to more private conversations with Instagram and Messenger, if you see a comment that you like to address privately, such as an order or a customer complaint, you can easily move the conversation to the Messenger platform or DMs. All right, so this we've briefly, at a very high level right now, we've taken you from attracting an audience, engaging an audience, and building a community. And I hope that we were able to provide you with some insight into using audiences effectively for building your brand and getting more sales. So that's it for this episode of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. I will chat to you soon.